All right, let's keep looking at some more examples. This is the US Swiss 30-minute chart. Now on the far left of it, you'll notice that the market was above the 200, but it started to straddle it. So that tells us that maybe the buyers up here were losing control. We had this red bar here, which met our setup bar criteria, but it never traded below that, so there was no short trade. So basically, then the market came up, and notice it starts to straddle it again, which it tells us, okay, still a lot of indecision in the market. Maybe the buyers have regained control. We have this one bigger white bar here. That meets our criteria for a trade setup bar. We can go long here. Now, this one didn't go far before it kind of stalled. That is part of trading. But then we had a situation where, notice over here, the market was trying to find support and it tried to bounce up for a couple bars, but then it just kind of rolled over. Notice that, let me just blow this up a little bit. Okay, this bar straddled, says it's the strength of the upside is weakening. We had a second bar straddle it. Okay, and notice it's also making lower highs, lower lows. Just a little bit of feedback that I look at, or a little bit of signs as far as what's happening. Then this bar is below the line, so we can go short just below the low of that bar. And then whatever we didn't make on this trade, we're in a great position on that particular trade. Now let's switch gears to a very big time frame, the pound dollar. This is the weekly. Now you can see how many times we had bounces off of the 200. Okay, so once again, there was a lot of conventional trades off of a weekly. Markets love trading at this EMA. All right, some great trades, but there will be times like the one I'm going to show you. Now let me back up. Notice here that the pound, let me just squash this together a bit more. You can see for a long time, this was back in 2005, so for almost 3 years, it was basically trending up, up, up. Then all of a sudden, what happens, let me blow this back up. Okay, notice, in this pattern, you'll start to see this in your sleep. It just happens over and over again. So all of a sudden, that upward trend, which was up here, is starting to break down. Notice we're starting to get one bar straddle, two. All right, so these are weekly bars. 2 weeks, the market is straddling this EMA. Finally, we get this bar, trade setup bar. We go short below the low of that in this area, and then the market goes down. The market was trading at what is that, like 184 to say, and it went as low as 133 or so. I'm eyeballing it, so we're talking, what is that, like thousands and thousands of pips. So from that one little trade, okay, it can get some whopper, some really whopper moves. Now of course they don't all work like that, but trading is all about taking small losses, and then when you do get the runner, you just ride it for all it's worth. So that's it for this particular video.